Assalamu alaikum everyone. Am I audible to you guys? Okay, right. Let's wait till others join in another 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. So you all are ready for the fill in the blanks open bracket questions. No, today we will be happening. It will happen in the end of the session. So today we will be focusing fully with the marriage. We are talking about the marriage fully because marriage part is a little bigger one. Then when we don't get time, we will be continuing the talaq lesson in the next class, right? Yeah, quiz is different quiz question. This is not like a multiple choice question. This is something like fill in the blanks, right? So you all have to select the filling the blanks and you all have to answer. So right, I will ask you a question, William, for now until others join. Marriage lesson is a grade 11 lesson. It's O-level lesson, so you have to be focused on it. It doesn't matter whether you are grade 10 or 11 student. Both of you all should know this lesson, right? Okay. Right. Okay. Walaikum salam. Shafna, right. Let me ask you a question. Like, okay, say for example, if you win, what would you like to get? What do you want? What do you expect? Yeah, I want your opinion. Huh? What do you expect? If I'm lagging, let me know. Okay, Salma wants food. Others? Any valuable thing, right? I know, I'm asking like, what do you want? It's like anything is like blank. No, I don't have any idea. Like anything means if I give you 10 rupee toffee or like anything, then you would take it. No, right? Just tell me what do you need? Like, what do you expect? Okay, right. Okay, if I need food, okay, I need this kind of a food, right? Like that. Okay, someone is asking for a laptop. Yeah, no, I thought of giving I had a idea very for a long time to give a, like, I'll be having the final seminar for the Islam. So I'll be rewarding this a phone, a smartphone. We'll be rewarding it very soon. Okay. We'll be rewarding a smartphone very soon. But for now, okay, you want a gold chain, right? Okay, so all your I'm like a fairy tale for you, asking all the whatever the like things you're asking from you, right? Okay. Yeah, I'll be rewarding a smartphone, right? So before that, we will be having a very grand session, a live session. I will be having the physical session as well very soon in a grand way. We'll see, inshallah. Because like nowadays, like everyone does what I do, and I'm really proud of that. Whatever I do, everyone does, but they don't reward like me. That is what is the plus point there, right? Okay, some people asking 15 Pro Max. Okay. Okay, short notes, laptop, stationery, anything which I can reward. Others, why silent? Okay, beautiful stationaries, a voucher, of those storybooks. What kind of a storybook you want? Yeah. Okay, Kram. Right. Some people asking about pizza. Okay, right. A watch. Right. Then Harry Potter. Yeah, read Islam storybook, man. There are lots of storybooks and all. Okay, I will be granting a tablet only. Like it will be a giveaway. I mean, like not a giveaway, but it's a reward only. Okay. Right. Okay. Some people are having so many ideas. Thanks for giving me ideas. Okay. Thanks for giving me ideas. So I had been going through so many ideas because I have a set of ideas were there, but okay, I was like getting some ideas from you as well, so I can finalize. Okay. Mm. Right. Okay, Farah, inshallah, we'll reveal soon. Now I am setting up my place. I have to shift my place first. Then I have to set up. Then I can show you myself to you. I can talk to you very directly in a live class for sure. But very soon, I have to do it. Okay, Farha Faris. Will. I don't know why people are asking me the link, even though I have sent the link, or even though I have sent the cute as well. Again and again, they are like showing the same thing to me. Like, can't, dear. Again and again, the same question is coming back to me. Give me a second. I'll reshare the link for those people who don't have that. Okay, so are you all ready for the class today? I think most of them are facing exam today. So, I mean, not today. I mean, they are facing exam this week, isn't it? Yeah. Because of that, there may be some absentees. Yeah, from September. But why don't they keep all the exams in one certain like time? If not, one person will join, other person will join. Like, it's I always feel incomplete without those students and all. Very good, Rifty, for your marks. All the best. Right. Okay, now I will talk to you, like I will teach you in a way that I'm talking to you because I need your opinions, okay? So the lesson has to be interesting when it comes as opinions. So will you be interactive with me? Yeah? Will you be interactive with me? You will talk to me, okay? Huh? Yes? No need to get scared. I won't eat you or I won't make you scared. Yeah? We'll talk. Yes, we'll talk. Yes, Ikram, that's good. That's a B. Okay, is it Azan? If it is Azan, let me know. After the Azan, let's talk very well with you all and we'll discuss the stories about marriage. Yeah? Because I have no idea. Because I'm in a place just now started. Okay, after the Azan, let me know. We'll start. If it is over, let me know. Okay, right. Okay. So Azan is over. I'll give you time. Okay, I'll give you some time for you all to pray between 7 o'clock. Okay, right? You okay with that? No? Okay, right. Right. So let's start. So today we are going to study about marriage. We are going to study about marriage. So now when it comes to marriage, now first of all, let's think about Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayhi salam. Right. Okay. So initially, when it comes to the Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayhi salam, did they get married? I mean, did they get married? Do you know anything about it? Did they get married? What do you think? Actually, they didn't get married in a way that we are doing right now. It is not in a way that marriage happened, but Allah created pairs, right? Allah created them as a pair where they are going to be like a seed. Imagine if I put a seed and if I bury the seed in the soil, and little by little, the seed will turn into what? It will turn into a plant. Plant give you flowers. Flowers will give you fruits. Then again the seed will come. That's how the family is about. When it comes to family, family is a foundation of Islamic life. Now, when it comes to family, when it comes to family, what do you think about a beautiful family? What should a beautiful family should have? Should they have money? Should they look nice? Should they have wealth and all? No. They should be happy. That's correct, Amina. So we have to be happy. A family where it looks beautiful when they are happy. Okay, now tell me, in an Islamic way, how can a family can be a happiest family? How do you think? What should you have? What should be your intention? Think about it. What should be your intention? Say, for example, now this is the family. Okay, let's say this is the family. Who is the head of the family? The father. Then the mother. So then the father and mother, and let's say they have two kids. These are the childrens. Okay, so these are the childrens. Now, if a father wants to take the family in a very beautiful way, in a happiest way, first thing a man should have is Iman. So he should have what? The complete Iman towards Allah. Right. Okay. Next one is what? The mother. The mother also should have what? They also should have the Iman. So now, according to the Iman, if the man and a woman come up with a marriage, now both of them have Iman, both of them love each other, both of them care each other, the children that is growing in future will have the same characteristic. Now, in science, what is happening in the science? Now, tell me about the science. What is happening here? You told me that half of the father's characteristic, half of the mother's characteristic is combined together and you are formed, right? If the father is a bad person, if a mother is a good person, what kind of a characteristic would you have? Will you have only good, or will you have only bad, or will you have both of them? You will have both the characteristics. So sometimes you may fall in trouble, sometimes you may get an help. So Allah doesn't want something like that. Allah wants you to go to a right path. So if you want to go to a right path, first of all, that's the reason. Say, if your sister or brother getting married, what do they see? Do they see the person's face? This person is nice, color good, money good, car good. Are they putting this checklist? I have already sent the tute in the group. Just check the tute in the group, will you? It's all, everything is there. I have sent, even the link is there. Everything is there. Tute is also shared. Because I know you all won't be able to get it. So I shared the tute. Okay. Yes, Samar. Okay. Ideal Islamic family. No. I'm talking about marriage. Okay. Right. Now what happens? Now you need to understand what I was talking about. I forgot suddenly. Okay. I was talking about what? I was talking about a family. Now, when it comes your brother or a sister, if they are looking for a proposal or anything, what do they do? What do they do? Yes. So now what happens? What do? They will go and ask, okay, they will look at the family background. So family background means what? That person should not have gone with a different lifestyle. If one person is modern, other person is traditional. If one person is divorced, other person is having 2 wives, 3 wives. Is this nice? Is this nice? No, it's not nice. When it comes to family, a family should be where both the husband and the wife has to be they should have a mutual relationship, very happy, caring each other. Sometimes problems may come and everything, it happens. It's a family, right? Family can have problems, but the thing is, there should be a unity. So family is a unit. A family is a unit where the foundation of Islamic life is created. Did you understand? So when it comes to family, family is a small society. So your family, my family, other family, all the family together, it comes as what? It comes as a community. So remember, family is a small society. So always you have to remember, if a family is imagine if your family unit is strength, say you are very, very strong. Your father and mother is very strong. Even your relations or cousins or anyone coming and telling bad about it, do they even fight? No, they don't fight. No. So that means what? They are strong. If they listen to someone and if they are having a misunderstanding and if they fight, that means the family basement is not strong. So because of your parents, you may get affected mentally. So that's the reason it says, before the children get affected, the parents has to understand the children's mentality. You have to understand, the parents has to understand the children's mentality. The parents should understand, okay, we have to show our kids as a best example how to live, how to be as a man, how to be as a woman, how we can improve the iman towards Allah, what are the things, what are the rights and what are the bad things that we shouldn't engage in. So all these comes from the family. Even if you don't respect someone, it also comes from the family. From the family only you get those kind of accents, you get the way you talk, and everything is from your family. So family is something, your basic. Now did you understand what is a family is about? So family is a unit and it is comes under the Islamic foundation. So you need to understand, when it comes to the Islamic life, we always look into the family. How a family, a child would be raised in a better way in a family. If the family is not in a right way, if one family, say for example, father is some other religion, mother is another religion, do you think the child will come up with a strong iman or anything? They don't. So a family comes with the right choosing decisions. So they have to choose right person. So that's what we are talking about marriage. A marriage will create what? A marriage will create a family. So before we talk about family, we need to study about marriage. So are you ready to talk about marriage? Have you attended any family weddings and all? Yeah? Okay, so you all have attended in a once in a lifetime family weddings or everything. Okay, right. Yeah. Now, let's talk about marriage. Okay, now think why Allah asked to get married. What is the reason that Allah asked to get married? Say there is a man. Say there is a man. Okay. Now this man is around 25 years old. Say this man is 25 years old. So one thing is Allah, think, there's a 25 years old man. Okay. Now this man wants to get married, or maybe imagine now this man is waiting to get married. So before he get married, what, let's say for example, there are two girls walking and passing away. Now what will happen? This man is unmarried person. If this person is unmarried person, sometimes he will not control his gaze. He will look at this woman in a different way. What is the reason? Now the way of looking someone.
So looking at haram things. Now this person will have emotion. Now we know that we all are adolescents. So once we come to the stage of adolescent, we may have so many emotion, like what? They wanted to get into an affair, they need someone to be with them. So when you get this feeling, I recommend you to get married. What is right age? When you have all these feelings, that's the reason you may have seen your friends or cousins, they get married at the early stage, like in 18 or 16, or some people they run away also. What is the reason? What is the reason? What do you think about it? Because they, like, whenever you come to an age, you may get so many feelings. To avoid that so many feelings, Allah has requested, when a man is strong enough, when the man is strong enough to get married, he married. Don't prevent him from marriage. What is the reason? He may diverted, he may look into the haram things. Also, he has to protect from his private parts. What happens if this person is not married, and if he doesn't like to marry? That means he has a different intention. He wants to be with what? He wants to be with the several other women. What happens when the parents are not letting him to get married? He will, like, talk with all the girls, be with all the girls. Now what will happen? This becomes zina. So to prevent zina, Allah has asked us to get married once we attend adolescence. Right? Now the generation has changed. We have to study. We have to do a degree. So all of this apart, when you are mentally stable and physically stable, you can get married. Did you understand? Did you understand? So one thing, to increase the population. Other thing, to prevent us from the haram things and prevent our private parts and haram relationship. Did you understand? Did you understand? Got the idea? Got the idea? So it is sunnah for a man to marry if he is strong physically and he's enough income. He should have enough income. Why do you need an income? Then only he can look after his wife. So if he doesn't even have income, the wife also should beg with him only. Be a beggar. Right? So he should have a right income. He should have a right family background. So then only we can get into the marriage. Yes, he can understand her. And he has to be matured also. Can you say like 20 years boy can get married? No, he's immature, still a baby. So some people are getting married at this age because for them, like, very hurry. They want to get into the marriage. They wanted to seek the pleasure. Then after, once they get married and once their goal is done, they will, like, they will not like to stay with the wife, because now already they got married at the earliest stage. So when the life gives them ups and downs, they will get fed up. Sometimes it may go into the talaq. Do you understand? So that is what you need to understand about the marriage. Clear with that? Understood? Right. Okay. So now, what are the aims of marriage? What do you think about the aims of marriage? Now, what do you mean? Now think. Now, it is wajib for a person who has about, like, imagine, it is a wajib, okay? If the person is getting married and he's getting scared, okay, he's getting scared, if I don't get married now, I may into the haram relationship, or I may get into a trouble. So if he thinks like that, and if he get married, and it's fine. It's completely fine, because he's protecting himself from doing zina. Did you understand? Clear with that? So this applies for a female also. So male and the female, when they are mentally stable and if they can adopt a child, or if they can overcome the challenges, of course they can get married once they attain the adolescence. Clear with that? Clear with that? Yes. Okay, so what are the aims of marriage? What is the aims of marriage? Now, why do you need to get married? One thing is, we wanted to increase the population in a good way or a bad way. Should we need to increase the population in a good way or a bad way? Now, if you wanted to have, now say, We all are from the generation of Prophet Adam alayhi salam. So we all of them has to go to the paradise. So if you want to go to paradise, you need to get into marriage. You have to face the life trials. So then also you have to increase the population, producing a good generation. So you have to produce a good generation. That is what is in your hand. So if you are getting married, your aim is to give right education to the children, teach them what is good, what is bad. Everything has to be taught them. So that is how you will be doing it. Did you understand? So one thing is, if you are producing a good generation, you call that as Suryan. You call it as what? Suryan. So Suryan means you are going to produce a generation which is in a good way, right? Okay. Next one is, what do you think about like marriage? What can marriage can bring up? Like say thing, what do you think about a marriage? Yeah, right. So you got a partner, like you find a best friend. You got a partner who can understand you, hear you, and create a beautiful family. So Allah also likes a family with happiness. Allah doesn't like a family always in trouble, always in fight. Allah always curse the family who has always having a fight. So always remember, this is something I want to tell for the parents. Some students are facing so many problems, terribly, like they are always falling in trouble because of the mental pressure. The reason because family disputes. Like when the parents fights, or if they don't in a place, if they are not unique, if they are not unity, and if they don't do mashura, so these problems may arise. The children may undergo mental pressure. I don't know, in your life, once in a lifetime, haven't you faced this? Haven't you faced this? Yeah, let me know. You have faced, right? When there is a fight, always what is this life? I don't want to live this kind of a life. It's like, you can't study, you can't do anything. Even I'm also facing this every time, I always face, I wanted to make myself, busy, because I don't want to stay in such place where there is always fight and always, the shouting and all. I don't like this. So you also one of me, right? You're also like one of the person like me who doesn't like the sounds, and they let us. Mashura means talking, like we are talking together, and discussing. We are discussing, like mama, I'm going to do this thing, ask whether dada is okay. So this is, you call it as mashura, right? We have to ask. Talaq means divorce. Okay. So mashura means something that we plan and we ask the permission from the family, that you call it as mashura. So a family needs a mashura. To be honest, you start up something good, or you ask permission from your parents. If your parents are okay, you will be happy, right? If your parents are not okay with what you are doing, if your parents are not okay with what you're doing, will you be staying in peace? Will you be peaceful? I'm doing something with them that my parents doesn't like. Can you be like that? No, right? You wanted to find a place where you can be peace, right? So a family should understand. Now, when you are choosing a partner, you should choose a partner where he has the characteristics to understand your immatureness, maturity, and he has to understand, he has to give you the happiness. At the same time, you have to understand him. You have to give the right thing. You have to serve. You have to teach the children. So this is how the family should be. So attaining physical and mental fitness will give you the peaceful generation as well as the beautiful family. I may have seen so many people status and all. I used to think, okay, how beautiful some families are. Even when they go to the annual trip, or when they go to the family get together, they organize it very nicely. That's how the family should be. It shouldn't be like, once, imagine now you are, now say you all are big, now your siblings are, like you and your siblings are apart. Do you like that? Y'all were living together, y'all were talking to each other, y'all were in one place, y'all sleep together, you may joke. Once you grew up, once y'all have the children, and if you are having a separation between y'all, if you're having a dispute, is it nice? It is in the hand of the families, it is in the hand of the parents. How do they treat a children? If they treat the children equally, this problem will never come. Did you understand? So I'm telling this for the parents as well. If they are treating the children, okay, this is my last son, this is my last daughter, so I will give more love for them. You are the first child, no, so you are matured now, you would understand, no, that is not right. They have to equally treat all three children or all four children equally, because later this child may undergo some pressure, mental pressure. So a family should come up with the parents. So parents are the right person to bring up a beautiful family, not the children's. Children's are not the main person here. The family, the husband and wife should talk. They have to have a good communication. So according to that, when it comes to Islam, it is sunnah when a husband and wife always discuss the problem and sort out the problem before they sleep. Did you understand? So always problem. The child also get mentally tortured, and finally the child will go to the coma. So a parent should understand how to bring up a life. So before they become parents, they have to choose the right partner. Did you understand? Did you understand? Clear with that? I have seen so many parents, they shout at the children, like, beginning of their family life, they were very nice, but once they grew, like once they get aged, and they are shouting at the children for no reason. So this should be something the parents should understand, that like when you become a parent, you have to be a calm parent, cool parent, friendly parent, be like that. That's how the children will. And you have to teach them in a friendly way. If you hit them, beat them with some other things and all, the child will try to take revenge. I have to go out of this house. So the mentality of the children, the mentality of the parents are getting affected in the same way. Did you understand the introduction, what I'm talking about? Yeah. Any doubts in between? No, right? Right. Okay. So now when it comes to marriage brings calmness. I understand. Okay. So marriage brings about calmness in man. It also gives him a chance to do everything properly. Now say 25 years old boy, all these days he was wasting his money, he's buying the things that he need, he was doing certain things. But once he gets married, what is the first thing he gets? He will get responsibility. Okay, that there is a wife, I have to treat her in a very good way. I have to do this thing to her. I have to bring a rose flower. I have to take this to her. So the responsibility comes after the marriage. Before you get married, you do all the fool that you wanted to do. But once you get married, once you get into the marriage, you will get a responsible person. You becomes a responsible husband or a father. So responsibility comes under the marriage. So why did Allah ask the people to get married? What is the reason? Now, say you are single forever. Now, there are some people, I won't get married. Those are the first people to get married, They say, I won't get married, like that. Those are the first people to get married, So, like some people, they say, okay, when the time comes, let's get into the marriage. That's how. So, right, when you talk about the marriage, why did Allah suggested everyone to get married? What is the reason? One thing, he wants to increase the population of the Islamic generation. At the meantime, he wants you to face the challenges. A life without challenges is just it's just a blank life. You should create art. Say your life is a blank paper. You have to create art by challenges, ups and downs, solving a problem, using your brain. So we have come to the earth for what? To face exams. So what I'm teaching you is also the exam. I'm giving you guidance to you. So exam comes not only in your school. Your whole life is the exam. The way you write your life is the successful person, not the person who write the exams and getting the 9s. He or she has to know how to manage your life, how to be kind to the people. So that is the successful way. So Allah wants you to give a responsibility. He has to check whether you are loyal to your husband or wife, or whether you are loyal and you are having a great iman. So giving challenges, how do you treat your children? So these all are challenges. So to face these challenges only, Allah suggests you to marry. Did you understand? Clear with that? So once you get married, imagine you get married, both of us are sharing the emotions, a problem, solving a problem, like a forever partner. Is a marriage, you get a forever partner. So once you get married, you will certainly you become peaceful. That you call it as sakin. So sakin means what? Certain, peaceful. And also, once you get married, you don't want to look at other man or other woman. That means Allah is protecting us from what? Sinful acts. Allah is protecting us from the crimes, sinful acts, some like kind of a social diseases, like AIDS. So these something we have to be protected. You understood? So Holy Quran refers to a married man as a muhsan. It is mentioned as what? Muhsan. So muhsan means a protected man. A protected man is considered as the muhsan before he gets into a trouble or before he goes into the haram relationship. He is getting married. Did you understand? Clear with that? Right. So now imagine I like a person, I want to have this person, but if I am having a haram relationship with this person, so it is similar to have a zina. Right. So now always remember, when you wanted to make your relationship halal, the only way is what? The marriage. The marriage is the only option that you can become protected, that you can be protected from illegal activities and all of them. Did you understand? Clear with that? Got the idea? Right. Sakin means peaceful. Right. So now once you get married, imagine. So once you get married, that means you have completed half of your iman. So you have completed half of your iman if you get into the marriage. Now some people say like, getting marriage is very hard because they get children. The children is trouble. Trouble comes from the children's school problem and all of that. But my thing is, the way the father acts, the way the mother acts, from there this problem starts. Suryan means good generation. Right. Okay. Did you understand? Got the idea? Did you understand? Am I sound boring? Yeah. Okay. Right. Zina means without getting married, if they are undergoing sexual intercourse with an unknown person, that is, you call it as zina. Right? Okay. Prostitution. Right. Okay. So now what happens? Now we are going to study who can marry and what are the things you have to do before you get married. Okay, so let's get into the marriage. Let's get married. Okay, listen. Marriage gives us all of the above. Now, when you talk about marriage, marriage is an ibadat. Whenever you talk about marriage, marriage is considered as what? It is considered as what? Ibadat. So, ibadat. So, marriage is a ibadat. That means it's an amal, right? So, the Arabic word for the marriage, quickly say me, what is the Arabic name for the marriage? What is the Arabic name for the marriage? Yeah, very good. We call it as what? Nikkah. We call it as what? Nikkah. So, we don't have something called wedding, huh? Remember, we don't have something called wedding. Wedding where we are wearing white color frock and all. There is nothing called like that. Balima is there, I'll tell you. So there is nothing called wedding. The nikah, we call the wedding as a nikah, but wedding is a Christian word. Remember, wedding comes from the word Christian, where the Christian wears the white color. So that means you're resembling the Christian's culture if you're wearing the white color frock. Did you understand? That resembles the, mostly the Christians, the one who brought it. Do you understand? Wearing abaya or some kind of a dress or something and getting married is something that you're resembling what? You're resembling the Islamic way. Right. So the nikah, the word nikah comes from the nakah. It comes from what? Nakaha. Right. It comes from the word from what? Nakaha. Right. Now, let me talk about some few points about Nikah. Before we talk about Nikah, now, marriage is the religious, social, like, it's a legal. Legally, you are getting into a marriage that you call it as what? Nikah. With the name of Allah, with the permission of Allah, with the permission of your parents. Like, it's a sacred agreement between two people in the name of Allah that you call it as what? That you call it as marriage. Okay, so marriage is a kind of a form of worship, creating social responsibilities. So that is, you call it as what? The nikah. But there are some people who do fancy nikah. I don't know whether you have come across with that. Okay, imagine, I'll tell you some fancy nikahs nowadays. I was like, what? Is there something like that? I had been like thinking, what is the thing that the people is trying to do? What do they do, you right? They will say this is the February, let's say this is 2023 February, this person is getting into the nikah. Okay, they are getting into the nikah. Say, for example, they got married. Now, nikah means what? Marriage. No, they are legally married. They can live together. They can legally have sexual intercourse. All of this, we call it as what? The nikah, right? Legally. Okay, legally. This is what we call it as nikah. Now, what do they do is, now these people, they don't live together. Nikah means they named it as what? Engagement. Engagement is different from nikah, guys. Some people say nikah is an engagement. They have signed it and they have signed and they have put, say, okay, they have done with the nikah. Remember, guys, after February, December only they are wedding. What is this, man? December only they are doing the wedding. That means they are saying that nikah is different from wedding. That's wrong. Nikah and wedding. I mean, like, wedding is a Islam. It's not Islamic word. It resembles the Christian. So nikah means something that is marriage. On that day, they have to live together. But the thing is, what do? February to December, there's a big gap. Always remember, once they get married and if they're having a big separation between them, that becomes talaq, the separation. That becomes a talaq. So in Islamic way, it becomes a talaq. If they do not live together after they're getting the nikah, it becomes talaq before 40 days. So that becomes talaq. So what do? Nikah is a registration. Yes, once you get registration, they are legally husband and wife. If they are husband and wife, they have rights to stay together. But what is this parents are doing? One person this gap, other person that gap. We have a function. After the function only, you have to be with together. Like you understood. So it's wrong. Nikah means something you can do very simply, and like from the girl's side can be done very simply, and everything where you are going to into the marriage. So that nikah is the day where your life starts together. Did you understand? Maratondi sapadu all bought by Indians. It's like just for fun. It's for fun. They did it for fun, but these people like compulsory. Let's do this compulsorily. It's not like that. Enjoying is different. Okay, nikah is the happiest thing, but the thing is, some people do major mistake by doing these things. Wedding is different from nikah, guys. Like, wedding is something that we don't do. Nikah is right. I'll talk about Marava. Wait, I'll talk about Marava. Right. Okay. So nikah, within 40 days, they have to live together. Yeah. Guys, prostitution means different. Some people thought prostitution means the sexual intercourse. No. Prostitution means a man is having the relationship with 4 or 5 women. If a female is having relationship with 4 or 5 men, that is prostitution. That's not what I'm talking. Sexual intercourse means in a way they live. That is, you call it as the sexual intercourse after the nikah. Right. So after the nikah, this is very important. Within 40 days, they have to do. Like, means within 40 days, this has to take place. If that doesn't take place, if they are having a big gap, if they don't join, if they don't together, it's like it's a sin. It's a sinful act. If they don't stay together, that becomes a talaq. Clear? Clear? Right to be all lie, yeah? Right to be something the friends are doing it.
if they don't like to have babies, right? I'll talk about the babies later, but yeah. Now, did you get an idea? Did you get an idea? What is the people are doing, the mistake in this generation? Right. Okay. Now, when it comes to the marriage, there are certain rules and regulations. When it comes to the marriage, there are certain rules and regulations. Yeah, love is haram. I'll talk about the love. Okay, right. Now let's talk about what are the rules and regulations. Rules and regulations for a nikah or to get married. Okay, listen. Now, when it comes to the rules and regulations, we have to consider two things. What are the two things we have to consider? One thing is, can you marry a person who is close relationship? That's wrong, Lamha. They can't go to the abroad. I mean, like after they get married and after the walima and everything, like if they are together, if that person can take her after he goes to the abroad, then of course that's fine. If they're having a big separation, that becomes talaq. Right. Okay. So now what I was talking about, the rules and regulations. So a person to get married, there should be rules and regulations. Now it is haram to get married to mahram people. Okay. So they are getting married to what? Mahram people is haram. Then next one is, next set of people is ajnabi. Ajnabi means what? What is mahram? What do you mean by mahram? Have you heard about mahram? What is mahram? Mahram means what? Close relationship where you cannot marry each other, that you call it as mahram. Ajnabi means what? What do you mean by ajnabi? Ajnabi means the far relations where you can get married. I talk about mahram. When it comes to mahram, there are two types of mahram. One you have permanent mahram, other one you have temporary mahram. One is permanent mahram, other one you have a temporary mahram. Permanent mahram means the relation, the strong relation that cannot be erased or you cannot marry them. That is, you call it as what? Permanent mahram. So permanent mahram is considered based on three things. Number one, they have to be what? Blood relative. If they are blood relative, you cannot marry them. Example, now some people, when I tell some if I talk about the relationships and all, they don't understand. The thing is, say for example, say this is you. Okay. What's the time right now? Oh yeah, I'll give you time to pray, okay? Okay, this is your father. And this is, imagine this is a girl, okay, right? This is a girl and the father's brother. Okay, this is the father's brother. So father's brother, brother's son. Can you get married? Can you get married? You cannot. Why? You have the father's blood. Father is relative to you. Your father's brother is also like your father. Then the father's son, that means your father's brother's son, is like your own brother. You cannot get married. That's bad. That is called mahram. Did you understand? Blood relative. Next one is marriage relationship. You cannot get married to the marriage relationship people. And relationship formed by the breastfeeding. The relationship formed by the breastfeeding. Say for example, let's imagine, okay, imagine, say for example, let's say this is you, okay, right, your cousins are like, your far cousins are like, no, I'll tell you the reason, will you wait, okay, listen. Now when it comes to you, and this is your mother, okay, say this is the boy, this is the mother, can he get married to his mother? No, that means it is non-mahram. Sorry, it's a mahram. It's a mahram. That means you're a permanent mahram. Then can he get married to the mother's sister? Cannot. This comes under the breastfeeding. They comes under the breastfeeding. That means your mother, she is also like your mother. Then your grandmother. Can you get married to the grandmother? No, you cannot, like that.
You cannot do that. Do you understand? So these all people are mahram. So when it comes to the mahram, what are the people you cannot get married? Mother, mother's mother, then mother's sister, like your mother's part, you cannot get married. Then children cannot get married to the children. So there are some people who get married to their own children. Have you seen situation like that? They get married to their own children. Disgusting, no? So getting married to the own children, getting married to the grandchildren, yeah. And some people get married to their mother. I have seen, like, it's in, like, in America and all, it becomes very commonplace now to do. Son is getting married to the mother. It's like, it's very disgusting. You understood? So this can cause them kind of a problem in the genes. It can cause problem in the genes. They cannot produce a baby. The baby will have the albinism or like kind of a thalassemia disease. It can cause some, like, disease. Protection from the disease only. Allah doesn't want you all to get married to the mahram people. Then what else? All are blood relative, no? Then cannot get married to the sister, step sister. Now, what do you mean by step sister? Yeah, in Jahiliya period also they got married in that way only. Right. But is your stepsister means what? Say, for example, there is a father. Okay, say there's a father. This father, yeah, father's second wife's daughter. Yes, father is getting married to another wife. See, another person. Right. So this person is giving birth to a daughter. So you cannot get married to your stepsister. Right. So that is how you cannot get married, right? Can you marry your grandfather? Can you get married to your grandfather or grandmother? Don't do, huh? You cannot. Then mother's sister, father's sister. No. Cousin. You cannot get married to your cousins also. No. Big no. Don't get married to your cousins. If you have any relationship, cut them out. You will get into a disease, huh? Later, you will get into the disease and that becomes a haram relationship, as well as it becomes completely haram. Not everyone would accept it, right? Okay, so I'm advising you now itself, remove all the relationship. Mother, sister, son also you cannot get married because they are coming in the relation of the breastfeeding relations. Like, your mother breastfed you. Your mother's sister is like your mother only. Mother, sister, son is like your brother. Like that. Some people are asking me personal question, huh? Like specifically asking this person like that. After that, I can't fall in trouble, huh? Okay. So wife's mother. Okay. Mother's relation. No. Like it should be very far away. It should be very far. Then only can get married. Someone you don't know. Get married to someone you don't know. Finished? No. Cousins are mahram for you all. Then father's wife cannot be get married. Son's wife, grandson's wife, no. Wife's children, wife's grandchildren. Mother's cousin sister's daughter. Mother's cousin sister's daughter. Okay, that is somewhere little far, but still close, no? Sister's husband's brother. No, it cannot be. Sister's husband's brother. No, that comes under marriage relationship. That comes under marriage relationship. You cannot get married like that. His second cousins are relation, like father's brother's mother's father's brother's son, mother's father's brother's son. Okay, that's fine. That's far. A little ajnabi, right? My name means what, man? I don't know that. I have a problem, okay? I have a problem. Like, I don't call people with the way, like, you all say, Maidi, Machan, like that, no? I don't know. But whoever I see, they are married, I say uncle, auntie. So, if you tell me that, I don't know whom are you talking about. I don't know to tell. Even if I see my mother's elder sister or anyone, I don't know. I say auntie. I say umma, like that. I don't know to tell. I don't know how to tell that relationship. I have a problem. I call it as whoever married people, uncle and auntie, finish.
Even I don't call Data. Data is now finished. Now they are not Data. Now they are aunt. They have got married. That is how I call. Right. So those forbid, like, yeah. Mothers, sisters. Okay. Sisters, husbands, brother can no, because that one is my son. Okay. Right. Is it okay to get marrying the mother's brother, son or daughter? Mother's brothers? No. Still they are close? No. Mother's brother is like your kind, very close to you. Father's brother's son, you cannot get married. That is not good, Seema. I'll tell you what is that. Okay, look here. So now there are some forbidden marriages also there through the relationship formed through the breastfeeding. Now, say for example, listen. When a person is breastfed through another woman, imagine your mother couldn't breastfeed you. She has already taken someone, like, like what happened to the prophet, like that, to the nursing. There is another person to come and nursing to you. That means giving breast milk to you. But that person's mother or that person's daughter, this person's sister, you cannot get married. Did you understand? Did you understand that? Yeah. Yeah. If you get married to the close relationship, you will get abnormal baby. So why do you wanted to do that risk and getting something like that forever crying and find someone who is very far, okay? It's okay. You don't know who is that. Far district out of the Sri Lanka. Okay, no problem. But it should be Muslim, huh? Right. Okay, so you have to find someone like that. Okay. For a person who is breastfed to become a mahram, now imagine, let's talk about the temporary mahram. Let's talk about temporary mahram. So when it comes to temporary mahram, now imagine there is a man. Okay, this man cannot get married to the sisters at the same time. I know a person very, very well, like, that's not my relation or someone. It's very, very, very far. Very far, I don't know. But this person, this person, now he got married. He was in affair. He got married to this woman. Okay, he got married to this woman. Okay, now this woman has a younger sister. This younger sister is looking after the children's of them. Children's of them. So now when this is happening, this person got married to the sister as well. This is haram. This is haram. They cannot get married to the wife's sister. That's mahram. So you cannot get married to the wife's sister. No. One of them. One is enough. Don't need two. One is enough. After wife dies. Okay. After wife dies, that's fine. If she's okay, then fine. But that's still, it's not, it's mahram only. He can find someone else. Yeah. The wife dies. Y'all are thinking someone to kill and take the story out. No? Okay, next one. A man cannot marry a woman and father's sister at the same time. So that means getting married to a woman and marrying father's sister. That means you're like auntie, no? Can you get married to your auntie? Yeah? Can you get married to your auntie? No, right? Don't do that. Okay, y'all can go and come. Pray and come back, will you? Someone is asking when will you let us to pray. Okay, go and pray. See y'all back by 7:19. See y'all back by 7:19. Huh? However, it will become 7:20 only. It's okay. Go and come and back. Okay. Okay, see y'all back again. Okay, so you're done with the prayer? You're back? Yeah. Okay, so yes, we were talking about what? We were talking about the temporary mahram. Okay. So a man cannot get married to a prostitute. He cannot get married to a prostitute if this prostitute is given up what she's doing, and if she cleanses herself, and if she asks repentance, he can get married to the prostitute. But she should not, like, what do you say, she should not continue her life with the adaptation of prostitution, right? Okay, next thing is a person, like say for example, a woman, like a woman is there. If this woman is already married, if she is already married, she cannot get married to another man. She cannot get married to another man because she's already married with the person. Until she gives the talaq, she cannot get married to the another man, right? So that is also haram relationship, no? Right. A man cannot get married to his, he cannot get married to a woman and her mother's sister. Cannot get married to the mother's sister as well, right? So those are the some examples that will come under what? Temporary mahram, right? Clear with the mahram, temporary and permanent mahram? Got an idea? In exam, they will ask you to mention two only. So you don't want to know everything, but if you remember two things, that is very easy to remember. That's enough, right? So let's talk about now farals of a nikah. Let's talk about farals of a nikah. The definition. They don't ask you the definition for the temporary mahram, right? So temporary mahram means the mahram that is created by like the mahram which has been created by due to a marriage, or like recently they became your cousin because of a marriage. Those people we call it as what? Temporary mahram, right? Okay. Right. Let's talk about the farz of a nikah. Let's talk about farz of a nikah. Now, when you talk about nikah, what is the main two people you need to do the marriage? Who are two people? We need we need the bride. Other one, you need the bridegroom. So we need one. Okay, someone is asking me. What is that? The question has disappeared. Okay, right. Okay, right. Look here. Now, when you talk about farz of nikah, first thing you need what? You need a bride and you need a bridegroom. So you need a bride and a bridegroom. Then second one, what do you need? You need the hijab. You need the hijab. And you need what? Kabul. You need a Kabul. Hijab and Kabul. You need hijab and Kabul. Shars and Farsis both same. Yeah. And next one is you need a wali. And fourth one, you need a witness. You need a witness. So if you need to have a successful marriage, you need what? You need a bride, bridegroom, hijab, kabul, wali, witness. I'll talk about it one by one. Before we go to the wali and witness and hijab and kabul, let's talk about a bridegroom. Now say, if it is a Muslim marriage, if it is happening in an Islamic way, both the bride and the bridegroom should be what? They should be Muslim. They should be what? Muslim. So think about the bridegroom. The bridegroom should not be an mahram. He should not be an mahram. He should be a ajnabi to the bride. And he should not already have married and having 4 wives. He should not be that person, right? Then bride. What do you think about bride? So bride should not be the wife of another man. Should be a person like who is not in Again, some questions, right? Can we marry mothers, sisters, husbands, brothers, son? Okay, that's quite little far.
Okay, right. Now let's talk about the bride. So when it comes to bride, she has to be Muslim, she has to be a woman with what? Woman with Iman, and she should not be a lady who is in Idda, or she should not be already a wife of a man. So these things has to be very important when it comes to the bride and the bridegroom. Next one is hijab. When you talk about hijab, the handing over the wife to the husband by the wali. So wali means what? Your father. If your father is handing over the bride, if the father is handing over the wife to the husband by the wali, that you call it as what? Hijab. So by saying the word called khatuka, we say the word called what? Katuka, right? So we say the word called Katuka, or we can call it as the Wajtuka. So we call it as what? Is it Azan? Okay, so after the Azan, let me know. Done? Okay, the Azan is over. Yeah, I'll explain about the hijab. Yeah. Okay, right. So now listen to me. Hijab means the handing over the wife to the husband. Okay, so they are saying, okay, take my daughter to you. So like handing over the wife to the husband by the wali, by the father. Say if the bride doesn't have a father, father's father, or the own brother, or your step brother, or own brother's son, or brother's father, like brother's father's son, someone who is very close relationship related to your father's side. If they are your father's side, then definitely they can be your wali, right? So the wali has to be, that means wali will give, he will tell the word called what? Khatuka or Savajituka. That means I'm handing over my daughter to you. Then the Kabul. Kabul means what? Accepting the wife by the husband. Husband says, okay, I'm getting this wife, and like he's saying, I'm going to take her. So like that. So between when you are telling these two words, we should not have a big gap. Like he has to tell very quickly about it, right? Like I'm handing over my daughter to you. He will say, okay, I accept your daughter forever. Like that, he has to tell something like that. It doesn't mean he has to tell in the Arabic or anything. He can tell in the word that he knows, in the language they knows. Did you understand? So that is you call it as what? That is you call it as ijab and wali. Clear with that? Ijab and kabul. Clear with that? So always remember, a woman cannot get married on her own without a wali, without the fathers or father's side. Someone should be very close to them. Then there should be someone who knows it. Then only the marriage will be valid. If there is no wali, if there is no father, if there is no brother or brothers, your grandfather, anyone can come as a wali. If there is no wali and getting married, the marriage is invalid. So think about the people who run away and get married, no wali, no sali, right? So they just go and get married, then the marriage will be invalid. There will be curse. Allah will not like that kind of a relationship. So there will be a like separation. There may be a separation, right? So always remember, with the acceptance of your parents, you have to get married, right? Clear with that? Got the idea? Got the idea? So the wali should be what? The wali should be a Muslim. That person should be a male person, an adult person taking a 2 years boy and saying, he's my wali, can you get married like that? No. So you have to get someone who is very matured enough. That person should be a, like, he should have the maturity should be there. He should be an independent person. He should not be a person who is in the jail. No, not like that. You have to bring someone who is what? He has to be an adult. He has to be a Muslim. He has to be a male, right? Clear with that? So that should be the characteristic of a wali. Clear with that? Understood that? Got the idea? Right. Okay. Now, next thing is witness. We have to talk about witness. Now, there should be some people. Now, when it comes to Nikkah registration day, all the bins and everyone come. They are inviting everyone. We are giving you rolls and patties and all. They used to give like that, no? That's how the Nikkah comes. No, they give the shorties, sweets, brownies, and all of them. They give you all a go and enjoy and come. So that means that they are calling some witness. They want the witness. There should be 2 witnesses. At least there should be 2 witnesses in a marriage. It should be valid. To become valid, you need to have 2 witnesses. So the witness, we call it now. If there is no witness, your marriage will not get accepted. Did you understand? So there are some conditions that we need to have for a witness. A witness should be a sound person. He should be a matured person. He should be a Muslim person. He has to be an adult, male. At the meantime, he should not be a person like dumb, deaf, and he should not be blind. Okay? Because he has to understand, okay, I am the witness for this. If in case if something happens, there should be a witness. Did you understand? Clear with that? Got the idea? Can wali becomes a witness? But the thing is, wali can become the witness, but instead of wali, there should be some people, like, there should be a witness, like apart from the wali, right? There should be. Right. Okay. Right. Let's talk about mahar. What do you mean by mahar? What do you mean by mahar? The gift that is given by the bridegroom to the bride. So the gift that is okay to give to the bridegroom to the bride, that you call it as what? That is mahar. It is not compulsory. Okay, it is not compulsory. It is not farl. Okay, it's not a shart or it's not farl. It is a wajib. It is a wajib, right? Did you understand? That means if the bridegroom is okay to make the wife happy, then of course he has to give something he could afford. Like, it doesn't mean he has to get a car, a BMW car and all. No, it's not like that. When during the times of Prophet, even Prophet give like, he gives like 100 rupees to his Khadija radiallahu anha, to his wife. He gave 100 rupees as a mahar. Like what? What you can afford, what a husband could afford, he may give it as a gift to the bride, but the bride, it owns for the bride. Later, he can, I gave you 1 lakh to you, today give that money, I have to do something. He can't ask like that. He has no rights. Once it's given, it's given. Did you understand? So mahar could be a cash, it can be a kind of a service, or it can be a kind thing, or something like that can be kept for a long period of time, can take a use. That is, you call it as the mahar. Did you understand? Did you understand? Got the idea? So that is, you call it as mahar. That mahar, along with that, you give marava. Marava means the trousseau, right? So the trousseau, we call it as the things that we give to the bride to be happy, So some people get married, some girls get married because of that. They want to enjoy the things, right? So because of that, she gets married for it. And later the problem comes, right? So some people get married, they are very rich. Some people look at their face and they get married. Later, problems comes to them. But whenever you get married, you have to choose the right person. Always don't get hurry and find the person in your class and don't get into the trouble. classmates or anything. Don't get into trouble. Always remember, you have to find the right partner when it comes to the right time. Sometimes your parents will find you. Sometimes you may find it in a very once you get matured. Yeah, don't find it in the grade 10 and 11, and don't ruin your studies and all. You have to grow. You have to be matured. Okay, so you have to be matured, and it doesn't mean like it will ruin your studies and all. So you have to maintain your life in a way. Okay, so always remember, if you are in a affair, you get married soon. If you are not in affair, then fine, you have freedom, you can learn, and you are taking use of your parents' freedom, of course. Yeah, so we have to maintain ourselves, we have to lower our gaze, we have to come out from the sinful acts and all. And if you have affair, tell your parents, get married, get shots and all, do what you want. Okay, right. So next day after nikah, we call it as what? The walima. So the walima is done by the bridegroom's side, where the feast is given by the couple after they get married to show the happiness. And some people, they take it in a very luxury way and all. They don't call the poor people. It's not right. We have to treat poor people, high class people, low class people, black people, white people, pink people, all of them in a right way, in a right, we have to treat them in a good way. We have to treat them. So treating them in a better way, in equally, and making them happy, this is something that we gain rewards. We get their duas. So this is how we have to do the marriage. It doesn't mean we have to show off. We can show happiness. What you have, you can do with what you have. And you don't want to show arrogance and pride and all, like, not like that. It should be very simple, and happiness and everything should be there. So that is about walima. Clear with that? Clear with that? Faral means you have to do. Wajib means if you like, you can do. Clear? Yeah, you have to be equal to everyone. Anyone experience going to a wedding and they didn't come and talk to you, like they don't take into the grant? Anyone did like that to you? Say your very close relation getting married and you're going there, they were like, they didn't even take you as a person there. Weddings are haram means, weddings haram in the sense like this. Nikkah only we call it as wedding. There is no something separately wedding and nikah. Some people do nikah as an engagement, wedding as a function. It's not like that. It's bad. Okay, so we have to be very, very, very careful about it, and we have to take the right decision. Yeah. So what happens when we are uneducated and poor? So if we are uneducated and poor, you need to understand, Allah, it doesn't mean that uneducated and poor is there. It doesn't mean we have to we have to be human, no? We have to treat everyone equally. It doesn't mean the education. It's like racism, no? We say poor person, educated person, uneducated. Like, it's racism. Like, we separate them towards the low classes and all like that. It's not like that. We have to understand. So nowadays people do like that. No, they take the wedding very, 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 very grandly. Only few people they will invite. Rest of them are like, even though their close relationship is there, nowadays they always keep the wedding to just to, to get profits. Some people keep the wedding to get profits, like, that money they will get gift. No, for that they used to keep it. For that purpose they do weddings and all. Some people, you understood, for that purpose they will do. Dowry is haram. The dowry is haram. It doesn't want the bride. From the bride side, some men are there. Okay, some men are there. They expect things from the bride's home, like car, a house, a vehicle. This is haram in Islam. The man that doesn't have a backbone will always seek for a dowry. So dowry is haram. We cannot seek for a dowry. Usually dowry is expected in the, like, non-Muslim people only expect. I'm getting married to your daughter, so you have to give me a car, or you have to give me a bike. You have to give me your own house. It's like that person doesn't have a backbone to earn and get a house or a vehicle. He's asking directly from the bride side. That's what I told you, dowry. The feast given by the girl's side is not permissible. That means the feast can be given by the girl's side, but remember, bridegroom is the one who has to be responsible to do everything. Even nikah has to be done by the bride. Nowadays, sorry, bridegroom. Nowadays, the bride side is wedding, like they say, wedding is done by bride. Walima is done by husband side. It's not like that. Husband has to take care of even the nikah, and the walima has to be done by him. He should be capable of doing it. In case if he doesn't have, if he's not affordable, then nikah will be just normally like at home talking to the people, registering is done. Walima can be done grandly. Some people does it in that way as well, right? Yeah. So now some eastern side people, northern side people, they used to ask dowry. That's bad, okay? So we should not ask dowry. And also there are some grooms. I have seen some boys. They request the girl should not have studied. She should not continue her education. This is all bad. No, it doesn't mean that if she studies that person will be like ruling him and all. It's not like that. When you are getting married, you have to choose the right person. I had been facing so many people. They used to tell me their stories and all. I was like, what is this? I could see like some people are in the old generation. They say like not to get married in the, like, some people get married in the small age, and when they come to the age of 25, they are in talaq. They are divorced. Talaq. They are like away from each other because they are enough of the pressure and all. Because now only when they get mature, they understand the value of money, earnings, income, and everything. So some people like that. Yeah, even girls have dreams, no? Ahlul Kitab means we all belong to the family of Prophet, like that. Right. So that means now when you talk about this, like what happens? Now, like there are people like that. So if you are a bride, think. If not bride, if you are a girl, you think before you select a person. It doesn't matter whether you're having the choose by the person choose by you. Don't get married to the person who is choose by, like, if your parents are forcing you to get married to this person only, then if you don't like, you cannot get married. It's however it is not valid. The marriage should happen between the person. When you like that person likes you, it doesn't matter if you like that person. If that person likes you, then the marriage is valid. One person like, other person doesn't like, it won't be valid. Always there will be a problem and all. No one can force you to get married to this person or get married to this woman. You cannot do that. Did you understand? So no one has a right to force you to get married to this person. If you like someone, you have to tell to your parents and get into the marriage and get married. That's it. But if you if you doesn't want into a marriage, later you have to work, and getting everything is of course fine. Some people, they wait for a right time, maybe 28, 29. They wait for that time, instead of getting ceremonies from the small years, love affairs and all. Why don't you wait for a right person for a right time and getting into a trouble and wasting your time crying for that person and all? It's not right, of course, right? You understood. So we have to be very, 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 very careful with this generation. You can see nowadays even the doctors are not in, like, doctors are not safe nowadays. Even teachers are not safe. So we have to be very careful nowadays. The world is so dangerous. The world, the people are like, they are not like people, they're like monsters. So we have to be very, very careful. Some monsters are there, they will look very nice in front of us, maybe they maybe backstab us. So we have to be very careful. Not even girls cannot be trusted. No, even your friends who are in girls, or friends, the boys friends, they will, like, they will be very friendly. Later they may get jealous on you, backstab on you. So you have to be very careful. So now, there was an incident. One school girl, she was in affair with a guy. Now it's like a mixed school. She was affair with the guy. That guy has invited her to the home alone. She has gone, but she doesn't know that he has invited his 21 other friends. 21 other friends totally with him. 22 people has raped that girl. So see how worse is the life. Don't trust anyone and go anywhere alone without your parents' permission. That is someone. Don't trust and share your pictures or anything. Not to do anything, even nothing. Don't talk to that person even. Even nowadays, even you can't trust your cousins also, your uncles also. Be careful with those uncles. They are like, they will show they are very kind and all. Not to talk with anyone. Just be alone yourself. Even the boys has no, like the boys also doesn't have safe nowadays, because they are abusing the boys as well, no? Abusing the boys, putting them trouble. Yeah. like they put in trouble and everything. So you see, the world, it becomes very, very, very dangerous. I could tell that our day of judgment is very closer. A day of judgment is very closer, and can't you imagine, the days are passing very soon. Days are passing very soon. Now see, today is Saturday. It will come, the next Saturday will be just in the next minute. You will feel like that. Now I was in Saturday, last Saturday. Now you may have come to this Saturday again. That means you have to understand the seriousness of the life. Don't waste your time. Try to gain deeds as much as possible. The good deeds. Do something good. Talk to someone good. At least you may die in a peaceful. Don't hurt someone unnecessarily. Don't tell anything to anyone. Just be good to your parents. Help your parents and do something like that. Be like that, because one day you may regret. So before you regret, I'm giving you a small disclaimer to you. The reason, because why? Later you should not regret. Maybe there are so many people who may be waiting to live a life like you. Yeah. There are people who may be living a life, they are in case, can I be like you? Now you see the Gaza people, what are they doing? They are waiting on, at least if I get a cup of water is enough. Now what do we expect? We expect more than what we need. So never, the humans are not even enough of what they have. So that is the truth. So we always remember, when it comes to the marriage or when it comes to whatever it is, we need to understand, we have to limit our expectation. We have to, you have to be fixed at some things. Don't get into troubles. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust and tell your personals. One day that person becomes your enemy. Even to be honest, if I trust someone, I trust students and all. Today they will be with me. Tomorrow they may support someone. It's like that. So we have to understand the reality. We have to be we have to be in a way that Allah could deal with it. So I don't get attached to anyone. The reason, because when I get attached, I get hurt. When I be when I trust that person may betray. So always remember, never expect them to be with us. Everything is temporary in the life. So whatever, even the marriage is something, like some people, they get into the trouble because everything becomes temporary. If you do something with the sake of Allah, definitely you will get the pleasure of Allah. So I hope that I am clear with what I am talking about. And yes, so I'm like okay with everything. I hope that you all understood the lesson very well. And always remember, take the lessons as your life and study that as a life, so you won't forget the lessons. Did you understand? So always remember, all the very best. You all have to keep working on your hereafter lives as well. And yes, right. So yeah, we can have the question quiz. Shall we have it right now? Yeah. I'll share you all the link, and forget to tell you that I have added 3 questions related to the talaq. Talaq will be done in the next class, but try to answer regarding the talaq. Not a hard question I have given you. Before that, I'll tell you, talaq means, we call it as the divorce. Legally separation, we call it as talaq. And then when it comes to the talaq, we need to understand this one. What do you say? If the wife gives the talaq, the wife is supposed to give the mahar to the husband. She has to supposed to give that. If the husband gives the talaq, the wife doesn't want to give the mahar. She should not return the mahar back again, right? Then next thing is, say for example, there is a divorce between the husband and wife, and they have a kid. The kid wants to decide which, should that child should be with the mother or the father. According to their interest, they can go and they can stay with their parents. So these questions only I added you. I gave a small idea for you all. So you all can get into the questions. Yeah, it's a fill in the blanks, but you all have to select the right answer. Right? Okay, I'll send you all the link. Can you all give me around 5 minutes? Yeah. It's like I will be sending you all the link. In the link only you all have to do. Okay, give me a second. You all have to wait for some time because my phone is now, it's getting jammed. Okay.
Yes, Amina, that's true. Marriage is like, it is compulsory to marry, You cannot stay without marrying. You have to, if you don't enter paradise, if you don't. Actually, it started rainy, isn't it? Yeah, Farah, it's possible. Okay, I'm sending you all the link in the here itself. I have sent. Check. I guess you all received it, so try to join. Actually, it's raining here. Hope I don't lose the connection. By 8:05. We'll start by 8:05. Just 5 minutes left. Hope everyone has joined. If you all have joined, send me a thumb up so I can start easily. Oh, before you send your thumb up, raise your hand. It's easy for me to see that. Raise your hand if you all have joined the quiz. Okay. If all the people here has joined means okay. Don't clap. Raise your hand. Why is not supporting? Double check. It should support now. Raise your hand and keep it. Don't put it down. Then I can get an idea. Okay. So others, yeah, others. You all didn't join. Asma, Hiba, Rahna Julhan, Raifa Rizan, Sahlan Irshad, Salma Falik. You all didn't join. Shaira, Shakira, Sarah Hussain. Because I'll be starting by 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes, I will start. Then raise the hand. Then I would get an idea. No. Okay, okay, Raifa. Why you can't raise the hand? PDF, you all have to answer by yourself. Why is not? Can you borrow a phone or anything? Can you give a try? How many people are showing in yours? How many people are there? Like, how does it show to you? Okay, 82 people are there. Is it? Okay. Okay, in another 2 minutes, I'll be starting. Okay, shall we start?
Yeah, ready? I'm gonna start.
Okay, now starting. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Some connection problem. Okay, I'm gonna start. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, okay. Is the game is over? Yeah. Okay, I'll show you all the winner. Wait, I'll give it this thing to you all. Okay, so the winners are finalized and I'll show you all. And someone has joined without the name. like something black clover or something. So these are the winners. Is it? So first person is Salma Akram. The second person is Sahela Ashraf, and then Seema Firdaus. These are the three winners. I'll update you all the rewards and everything like in a bit later. Yes, inshallah. So keep up the good works, others. Keep working. We have the next session. We have the same way. That's about the Thalaq lesson. So we have to get prepared for that. Before you get into the lesson or anything, you can read the book and get prepared. That is nice. Okay. So then have a good day, guys. Take care. Assalamu alaikum and have a good night. Barakallah, dear.